Hello, welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today we have a nice little recovery for the calves specifically. I worked mine out for the first time directly in a little bit, so they are killing me right now. I thought it would be a perfect time to just work through some stretches, really open up the calf muscle. So this is great if we've gone running, hiking, if we've worked them out and they're a little bit sore, maybe some biking, some things can get a little tight down there. So we're going to use an arsenal of props today. Also, I got a new microphone, so let me know how this quality is, how the sound quality is, if you like it better. I would love to know how these things work for you, how we can improve our time here together. So if you're following along with me, we will be using a roller at the end to just roll out the sore muscles. We have a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, you can also grab a yoga strap or a little towel or something where it's going to be wrapping it around the foot to help pull you closer. And then I have a little balance board. If you don't have one of these, we just need something with about an inch or two of height. So a pillow, maybe a yoga block if you have a smaller one, just getting a little stretch. So if you have those things, you can grab them now and we can begin to find some relief. So we're going to start today sitting in about staff pose. We're going to have our resistance band close, and the other two props, we don't need them right now, so we can set those aside. So just sitting up, we can place the hands behind us, and we're focusing on one foot. So we're going to pick, say, the left one first. You can let this right one just hang out. And we're just going to open by pointing and flexing the foot. So make sure, especially if we are sore and tight and things are kind of painful, that we move really, really carefully and just allow your body to naturally open. So you might not have the range of motion or the accessibility in some of these poses that you normally would, and that's totally okay. By opening up the muscles, we're going to get the blood flowing back in there. It'll help you recover a little bit faster. And then whenever you feel like you're ready, you can switch to the right foot. Give that left one a little break. Whew. Maybe you notice that one is tighter than the other, if we're a little uneven there. We can also, after this class, we can also use a little compress, a warm compress. We can take a warm bath, soak in some Epsom salt to help loosen up those muscles. Yes. And throughout this practice, we can practice taking our awareness to one specific part of the body. So we're not going to be worrying too much about alignment. The rest of the body, focusing really on the calves today. We're sending them all of our love. Beautiful. And when you feel nice and opened up, you're going to take this left foot in towards the right inner thigh. Grab a hold of your resistance band or your towel or yoga strap. Wrap it around the ball of the foot, not the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot. And just use it to pull yourself. So we can find what feels the best to you depending on what part of the calf is sore. We can pull the foot up, or we can keep it on the mat and just really focus on flexing the foot, which it might kind of pop up anyway. So we're pulling the chest close, really flexing this right foot, breathing. Use your breath. Holding here for about 30 more seconds. You can always ease off if you need to, if it gets a little intense. Few more breaths. And then you can gently extend the left leg, push the towel or resistance band with your left foot, and unwrap the right. Look at that, seamless. Seamless transition there. All right, so same thing here. Find your little position and breathe. Exhale, take the chest forward, pulling on the band, reaching that foot towards the face, really flexing the foot. Maybe feeling the stretch travel all the way up through the hamstring. It also helps open the bottom of the feet. We work through the ankle joint a lot. A lot of benefits of finding this intentional movement with one or a few muscle groups. Pulling that foot back. All right, finding your last breath or two here. And gently release your strap. You can toss it to the side. And gently come into downward facing dog. So this one is going to be a little intense, a little tight. So carefully make your way there. Bending one knee and the other. Trying to wake up the back body before finding our static hold here. Keeping big toes together, trying to reach the heels down, sending the chest towards the legs. Trying to find as much length in the back of the legs as you can. We'll hold here, and then we'll find a little break and hold again. So we're actively pushing through the hands, trying to reach the heels down through the mat. Finding your breath. And on this next exhale, bend the knees. Give yourself a little break here. And then exhale, straighten the legs, downward facing dog. Maybe we play with putting more weight on one ball of the foot than the other. Even micro movements, very small movements you can feel. See how much you can feel. All right. Ground down through the left foot, raise the right, bring it in through the chest, and step it in between the hands, coming into a nice high runner's lunge. So reach the left heel back, lift the chest, try to extend through this left leg as much as you can. Like you're trying to press something with your heel behind you. Few breaths here. Maybe you want to find a little rock. Find what feels good to you as well. And And then straightening both legs, we might want to step the back foot up a few inches, coming into a little pyramid pose. So our back foot is angled at the corner. We might feel this going all the way up the hamstring. And if we keep the right leg straight and come up onto the ball of this left foot, bending the knee, we might feel that as we enter and leave. About 2 more breaths, wherever you're at. And then step up, kind of in a little forward fold. And just step this right leg back, coming into our runner's lunge on this side. Reaching the right heel back once you find your space. Lifting through the chest. Trying to create as much space down here as you can. Really push away. Maybe a little rock. Listening to your body. And then straightening the legs. Pyramid pose. Finding your static hold here, or maybe bending the knee. You can always come up onto blocks if we can't reach the mat. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Last breath. And then gently step up. Stand up nice and tall. And if we're near a wall or we have a chair, we're going to just find a little static stretch here. So if we're near a wall, plant the hands, step the left foot back, just a little bit of space, and just press down through the heel. So this right foot is stepped up. We're focusing on the left calf. Send that foot down into the earth. Connect to your breath. And then whenever you're ready, you can just gently switch feet. Reaching the right heel down. Making sure to adjust yourself so you can feel something here. And it might feel different on each side depending on how even or uneven we are in our tightness. Beautiful. About 2 more breaths. And we can release the wall or the chair, whichever one we were holding. Find our pillow, our balance board, whatever kind of prop we have here. And this won't be very long. We're just going to step the balls of the feet up onto the edge and then kind of let the heels drop down. So just finding a little bit more length here. Try to reach up through the crown of the head. Maybe spread the feet apart, hip distance. That'll work a little bit better. I don't know why I was keeping my feet together. All right. So just reaching down, maybe lifting the toes, play around. Play around with it. Just a few breaths. maybe facing the palms towards the front of the room. Last breath here. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. We can gently release. Maybe roll these out a little bit before we roll them out. So we can move our little prop. And if you have a roller, we can also use, well, I would say like a bottle of wine, but you might not want to break it. If you don't have one of these, something that would be similar, a bottle of any sort. I'm trying to think. If you have ideas or what you usually use instead of a roller, if you have one, please let me know. This one's a little awkward, I feel like. I didn't really know how to hit the exact spot I needed. The only way I found it to work for me, please play around and see what works for you, was to come onto my right knee and then just awkwardly kind of roll it out and jut it out. Otherwise, I just couldn't hit the right spot. I am sore here in this area, but you might be sore back here. So, like I said, just find where you can roll. Oh, this feels so good. Maybe a little sigh of relief. Breathing. Helping your body to heal. Release that lactic acid buildup. Recovery. All right. Not too long here. Just another breath. And then gently switch sides. Gotta get the other leg. Okay. All right. We're rolling. We're rocking. Roll her out. It's like that weird type of sensation where it hurts, but it also feels so good. I don't know whether to cringe or to smile. We're going to get a little mix of both. Oh, yeah. Okay, a few more breaths. Find that sweet spot. Release. And whenever you feel like you've rolled out enough, you can gently find a little seat. And that is all I had for you today. So if we were sore, I hope this helped kind of ease some of that tightness, that tension. And I do recommend soaking in a little Epsom salt bath if you have that available to you. That usually helps me recover as well. I hope this found you well, and I look forward to practicing together again very soon. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down below, especially if you have other household items that we can be using instead of props. That would be amazing. Let me know. I just hit my microphone. How this microphone was compared to the other ones. Anything. Give me any of your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I will see you next time. Have a lovely rest of your day. Go heal, my good friend. Let your body heal. You did well. You did well for it today.